This is Feed Your Mind, so we're going to discuss if this Russia invading Ukraine will lead to World War III or anything like that. Well, basically, we'll have to wait and see. But as far as right now, it doesn't look like it, just because the the press secretary just announced that Biden said that he has no plans of getting involved with military in this conflict. So their orders are to stand down. They're pretty much positioned around, they're out there, but they're not supposed to be getting involved in the actual battle. So um, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, at this point, anything could happen, because if there's any type of mistake or anything because I'm already hearing that there could be hundreds already that got taken out already overnight. I haven't heard any official reports, but I've been hearing stuff like people might have gotten taken out over the last just right away, basically. And if any Americans end up getting involved in that, in the casualties, that could possibly lead to something more serious. Where right now they're saying there's no intention for military action, but if any U.S. soldiers get involved in any of the casualties, then things could change just as quickly as everything happened in the first place. It was just, it could just be out of nowhere and it could turn into something. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, usually in the past with stuff, I mean, I've saw wars kick off before, and usually diplomacy, they try diplomacy, they try to get ceasefires, and there's teams that will go and try to settle everything down. So we'll have to see if this is another one of those situations. But I mean, eventually one of these times there's going to be a time when there's not going to be a ceasefire, and it might escalate to a World War III, because that's the plan. The secret societies have this book. I don't really want to say the name of the book because I don't know if that information is, something I really want to speak on too much. But yeah, there's a book out there written by some guy named Albert Pike that they say this book is authentic, and it lays out the plans for 3 world wars. So the plan is for the 3 world wars, and then they want the usher in this new world where it's like a Luciferian type society after that. So they want to use these 3 wars to achieve what they gotta achieve to get that going. So that's something to take note of, because we already saw 2 world wars. So this plan was written before the 2 world wars. This plan was written back in like 1879 or something, I believe. I don't know exactly the date it was written, but from what I recall, it was written before the first 2 wars. So if this is an actual legitimate plan, then we could probably expect the 3rd World War eventually. I mean, people just want to live their lives, like the people of Ukraine, the people of Russia, the citizens of the countries just want to live their lives. It's the soldiers that sign up for, the soldiers that sign up for this stuff is the ones that get things going. They're the order takers, the order followers. They don't question authority. They actually are there to serve the system, and they're not there to question anything. So that's why stuff like this happens. And like the civilians don't want this, and it's like the thing that happens is that's what happens with corruption and power and control and government and stuff. It's like it always seems to end up going that direction eventually. That's kind of what the Bible was telling us. It says like there's going to be kingdoms that come and go. They're going to rise and then fall, and then eventually there's going to be a new kingdom from heaven coming down here, because that's the only way it'll be proven after we had our chance to rule ourselves. It's going to be, they're saying, like the Bible is kind of saying, like there's going to be a time when God needs to intervene in order to keep this stuff from happening again, so that people can live peaceful. And they're even saying like the lifespans will be expanded again to where like before the flood, people were living to be like 1,000. So there's talks of people living a long time again after this, after everything, after God has to come in and change everything and get everything going. The meek will inherit the earth, the righteous will inherit the earth, and there's supposed to be a time when, yeah, people live a long time again. Some are even saying forever, like they're immortal beings, especially if you go by how Adam and Eve weren't supposed to die. They weren't supposed to die. It was like after the flood, they lived to be 1,000 years, which is a day to God. One day to God is 1,000 years. So, from what I've been hearing is that from my research, is that there's supposed to be a time when everything's restored here on earth, the new heavens and the new earth, that there's going to be a time when, yeah, I don't think there's supposed to be any death anymore. Yeah, actually there isn't, because that's what the scripture said, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be anymore. The former things have passed away. That's Matthew 24:14. So yeah, so that's why, yeah, I'm glad I remembered that scripture, because there was a researcher, a biblical scholar, that was saying people will just live a long time. And no, death is supposed to be eliminated in the end times after everything is restored. So, and the meek will inherit the earth. So that's, something to look forward to. And then, so with this whole Russia thing, we'll see what this turns into. I mean, we keep our eyes out and kind of see. I mean, it could go ceasefire or it could go the opposite direction, and anything could happen in war, and it could happen quick and suddenly. So the only thing is that we have to see if China jumps in, and what side are they going to be on, because from what I'm hearing, they might team up with Russia along with some other countries. Surprising, will be like a surprise resistance against NATO, and then that would be something serious going down at that point if it escalates to that. But yeah, as far as I'm hearing right now, a lot of the countries just want to stay out of it. Ukraine has no real chance to fend off Russia. It looks like a lot of their troops are actually surrendering already. I saw footage of the troops surrendering, and there's been explosions. There's been targets like airports, and yeah, they're hitting people. I mean, like I said, I don't have an official casualty count or anything, but I've been hearing there could be hundreds. That's just all a rumor, though, and that's what Jesus said. There's going to be wars and rumors of wars and reports of wars. And so it looks like we're in those times, because there's also the Bible also told us about like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and we've been seeing a lot of evidence of that type of stuff happening with the 4 horsemen. And so the red horse would be the horse of war. And then also there's this guy, the Prophecy Club was promoting this guy named Dmitry Duduman. He was said to have some type of prophecy. Well, he was supposed to have said that he saw some type of vision about where the angels had assisted him in showing him like the destruction of a lot of these systems towards the end time. And Russia, they said Russia's going to be a big part of that, and they're going to team up with other countries like I said, like China and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot to look out for. I mean, as of right now, it doesn't, like I said, it could go either way. We'll just have to wait and see. One of these times it's actually going to be that time where, yeah, it's going to be a big war, and that'll be the time to the end, and the last days. But the last days are really just the beginning for a lot of people, because the end will end up bringing in the intervention of God, and then from there on, from there, it's like a new beginning once God comes in and steps in and takes over. So yeah, we're gonna get into I was gonna bring up the Antichrist and stuff, which would be something to look out for, but I'm gonna bring that up in another video, because we're already like 10 minutes in. So let's cover that in another video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section about what you think is going to happen with this whole Russia thing. Do you think it's a nothing burger, or you think it's going to be something that's going to escalate, or what are you thinking out there? Also, I'll leave a link so you can check out like some information from the mainstream sources about what's going on with this war. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, I'll leave a link if you'd like to donate to this channel. It's just like leaving your waiter a tip or something. You can leave as little as $1. It'll help keeps things going here at Feed Your Mind. Also, well, that's about it. I'll also leave links to my social media and my other channels. So thank you for tuning in. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.